Hey lovelies, it's Heather. Gonna go ahead and shoot tonight's video. I was gonna shoot one this morning and upload it, but it didn't take because my phone's on overload, my memory was, and it wouldn't let me delete anything, and I had to cut my phone off and cut it back on just so that way I'd delete anything and just a bunch of stuff. And I still got a bunch of pictures from where me and Jen went to Chattanooga that I gotta delete. I'm gonna wait till this weekend and delete them though. Give her enough time to hopefully make a copy of them. But if you've watched my previous video, you'll see where I talked about Jeremy and about how supposedly he wants to date me. Right about now, that's the way I feel. If you can read my expression. But it's like he messaged me, I didn't message him. He started talking to me, I was just talking to him. Then he's the one, all, kind of like, hey, and at first it come across like he wanted a buddy type of relationship, if you know what I mean. And I was like, you need to say that if that's what you want, for starters, like, so that way it's not, that way everything can be clarified, and stuff like that. Because in all honesty, with him being the age that he is and stuff, and what little bit I know about him, I would have to definitely get to know him more to see if that would even be a possibility. And then even at that, it probably wouldn't be because of the age and everything, because there's still a high risk of emotions getting involved whenever you enter into that type of situation, into that type of scenario. And so it has to be somebody who's emotionally mature enough to even somewhat handle that. And by emotionally mature enough, I don't mean mature all around, but I mean like somebody that you know that you can entrust. It's a trust building thing. You have to be able to trust them with their half of the shit, basically. Whatever can come of that situation, because a lot of things can come of that situation, and that's just like my kid, and I mean, kids can come of that situation, you get what I'm saying? And that's not how my kid, came to be, at least not on my side of things, but I have a feeling that's kind of the way that her dad viewed me versus an actual relationship. Even though I viewed it as an actual relationship, we spent a lot of time together, we hung out, many, 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 many hours of the day, when we were together and stuff, and I viewed it as a relationship. He said he viewed it as a relationship. He acted like he did, but then when I got pregnant and everything, then he acted like it was nothing to him, and like nothing means anything to him, which is how he's been acting for the past 10, 12, 14, whatever years. But anyways, another thing too, dealing with Jeremy, is, okay, I moved in here, and my aunt lived here before me, and her maiden name and the circles that she runs in can, I guess you could say, run in the circles that Jeremy runs in. And then Jeremy also runs in the circles that run in with the maintenance people. So I'm sitting here and I'm all like, is this some type of setup? Is this some type of bullshit? Is this some type of, I'm mad at you, so I'm going to try to manipulate? And, it's like, it's almost like I'm up for a free-for-all of like, hey, you know what? Heather looks like her life is perfect, because that's what I get from a lot of people. I get it from my sister, I get it from my parents, I get it from my grandmother. They think that my life, has been amazing. It's been wonderful to not be able to drive when everybody else is driving. It's been amazing to not even take my kid to the park. It's been amazing to be without a partner all these years. It's been amazing to not graduate high school. It's been amazing to not, it's just been amazing because I was just born to be this lazy ass blob of a person that they have confided my whole fucking life to. And boy, that's what when I was born, I was like, yeah, I just want to sit on my ass and never do anything. And that's what they've convinced themselves, because it's easier for them to convince themselves of that than it is for them to take the responsibility that they didn't raise me right, they didn't do right by me, and that they won't let me go, and that they use me as just a control tactic in their own personal life, in their own demented shit, just so that way they can feel in power about their life. So anyways, back to dealing with Jeremy or whatever, like, he was all talking to me, he was acting all serious, and now he's kind of backed out, or backed off, and now he's backed off completely, because he's like, hey, last night, he's like, hey, write me whenever you wake up in the morning, and I did, and he ain't said shit all day, and I cut my phone off, so that way I wouldn't be bothering him, pestering him. And he ain't said shit all day, so I wrote him just now, and I was like, you are ignoring me, because I said that to him yesterday. I was like, or he's the one that mentioned it, as a matter of fact, I do believe. Yeah, he's the one that mentioned it. So that right there tells you, yeah. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, is this all some type of fucked up gimmick because my aunt is mad that I'm living here and she claims this is her property in the back of her head already, and so she's got to find some way to tear me down to make me feel like shit, and so does the rest of her family, to try to make me feel like shit, because they don't think that I feel like shit enough, and they think if they make me feel like shit that that's going to make me hightail it out of here quicker, and everything else. It's like, I'm done pissed the fuck off, that my grandmother wants to sit here and lie, be like, yeah, I'm gonna, you can move in, and I'll probably, move in with my niece, and I'll just go ahead, I'll go ahead and live with her, I'll go ahead and live with her, and that's the thing, too, is the lying bit, and she sat here and she mentioned it oh so often during all this, for the past 2 weeks, all the way up until 3 nights ago, I think it was, all I heard, every other day out of her was, yeah, I'm just going to move in with my niece. Yeah, I'm just going to move in with my niece. Yeah, I'm just going to move in with my niece. Yeah, I'm just going to move in with my niece. I'm going to let you live here. 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 And then all of a sudden, 3 damn nights ago or 4 damn nights ago, sitting here, and she's like, she's kind of mean to me. And I'm like, who? And she's like, my niece. And I'm like, okay. And then I wake up the next morning, and this is after her dog tried to pick a fight with my dog, and they're growling at each other and everything. And I get on to her dog, and then she gets mad at me for getting on to her dog. But her dog's the one that started growling. And so the next morning I wake up and she's like, well, I guess you need to go get that suitcase for me, this and that, so that way I can go stay with my niece for 2 months. So now it went from, she's actually going to leave, all this time for 2 weeks. All I've heard is this lie, that she's going to leave and she's going to go stay with her niece, and I'm sitting here thinking, I can breathe, like, I'll be able to breathe, And anyways, and I'll have time, to settle, to feel settled, And then I'm told that she's just going for 2 months, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my fucking God, in the back of my head, and I'm mad and I'm irritated and I'm trying not to be, but God, Jesus fucking Christ, I am. I'm done mad at my mom. I'm done mad at my dad. I'm done mad at my sister. I'm done mad at my whole fucking family. I done know where the fuck I want to be dealing with them. I've known where the fuck I've wanted to be dealing with them, because they do not see any flaw with the things that they do. They think everything that they do is right, and they think sitting there lying to somebody like that for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden changing their mind is a good way and a healthy way to be. And I don't think that's healthy at all to be like that. And it is sickening. And so anyways, today, just dealing with my own shit and everything, and my mind racing with everything, and I'm just trying to relax and trying to stay focused and trying to stay in me and myself and thinking about my kid and getting my kid back and trying to refocus myself on that, because in all honesty, I'm a female, I'm a woman, and I want relationships and all this. So I'm sitting here. Jeremy says he wants to date me just 6 days ago. He kind of starts talking to me or whatever. The 15th, he starts talking to me. Supposedly he wants to date me. So I'm sitting here and I'm wrapping my mind around it, and I'm like, okay, he's this age. Okay, I asked him what he wanted. Okay, he told me what he wanted. Okay, he knows that he wants children in the future. Okay, I'm 30. Okay, I wanted to have all my children by the time before I reach 30. I'm fixing to turn 31. So if me and him get together, then if we have any children, I'm sitting here, I'm making plans, but not set in stone, but I'm just daydreaming, I guess is the best way to word it, because I am a person about movement. I am a person about action. I'm a person about honesty, integrity, morality. I'm about all that shit. That's just like dealing with EJ and dealing with Jason and dealing with everybody that I ever fucking come into goddamn contact to, you little sons of bitches, motherfucking pricks. Like, you pissing me the fuck off really goddamn bad. And I swear to God, if the end of the world comes, I'm gonna be walking around with a goddamn machine gun taking y'all's asses out of here, because I cannot stand how y'all fucking lie and manipulate and bullshit people. Y'all are full of shit. But anyway, so I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, we would have to have kids by this time. I'm not having a kid if I can help it past the age of 35. I'm not even going to have a kid past the age of 32 if I can fucking help it. But if I am with somebody younger, okay, not past the age of 35. Okay, what is the biggest thing that, needs to happen? Well, since my grandmother lied about the whole house thing, then okay, I need to get the fuck up out of here. Holy shit. Now here goes another fucking thing. Okay, why the fuck? Why the fuck? If I would have known that I was going to have to be moving again, there is no fucking way in goddamn motherfucking hell that I would have brought this huge ass motherfucking goddamn entertainment center and motherfucking computer desk with me. I wouldn't have brought the shit. I would have left it in the goddamn apartment. The landlord could have done what she wanted to with it. That's what the fuck I would have done with it. And that is the goddamn thing that fucking liars do not get that they do to people. Is that people sit there and they ask you fucking questions. Not because they're trying to control you. I'm not trying to control my grandmother. I don't give a shit what the fuck she does, okay? She can do whatever the damn hell she wants to. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but god damn it, I'm mad. But she can do what the fuck ever she wants to from one day to the next. It is her own goddamn life. But she needs to understand that I'm my own person too. She needs to have respect for me as an individual and stop trying to control, so that way she feels that she's in control of something. And I don't know what the hell she's trying to control, other than, because I looked this up today. I looked up about lying and why people do it. And the only thing that I can understand is that she's trying to control, so that way it puts me and my mom and my dad back to a decent togetherness and shit like that, because she keeps talking to me about them, and she can talk to me about them till she's blue in the face. I am never going to forgive them unless they come and knock on the door within the next month and say, here's your daughter back. I will never fucking forgive them. Ever. And if it sends me to hell, then I'm going to go to hell. And if she wants to parade around and call everybody and be like, Heather's going to go to hell when she dies because she didn't forgive her mom and dad for taking her kid from her, then go right ahead, honey. Do it. I don't have time. I don't have time to listen to you say the same things, say the same mean shit, or what the fuck ever that you may be wanting to do on repeat for the rest of my damn life. I don't have time for it. But if that's what you want to waste the rest of your life doing, then go for it. But I'm not going to forgive them. What they did was wrong. What they did was so fucking wrong, and everyone knows it. Everyone. But anyways, so then I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, she's trying to manipulate me. Okay. Because that's what liars do. That's the reason people lie, is to manipulate, to control, to feel in control of something. So, okay, why would she lie about this? And then another thing, too, that people get away with, well, they weren't thinking clearly. You can't expect them to think clearly because of this, because of that, because. Okay, If that's the fact, then nobody ever thinks clearly on any goddamn thing, and then that's the reason they sit here in fucking ruts dealing with their goddamn life, and their wheels just keep spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Me, the only reason that I do not come across as somebody that is thinking clearly is because I constantly got people knocking on my door, if you will, entering into my mind, entering in my fucking field of goddamn vision, and then they want to sit there and be like, oh my god, you're so about drama. You are so about drama, honey. Let me tell you, you are such a piece of shit. You are so about drama, Heather. That's all that you care about. And it's like, no, honey, that's not who the fuck I am, and that's not what the fuck I care about. I came to you. Maybe I entered you. Maybe I entered into your vision and knocked on the door of your brain, if you will, and said, hey, A or B. Or if you got another answer, then tell me what it is, but be honest with me. And everybody goes, you know what? I'm going to give you answer Z with a sprinkle of A and a, topping of F, fuck you, and I'm just like, is that your, is that your answer? And everybody's like, yeah, because, I can give answers like that, because I'm me, and I mean this, and I know what I mean, and I know who I am, and I would never lie to you, and I would never be trying to manipulate you, and I would never, because I love you, and I care about you, and I'm just like, okay, you realize that from here on out, I'm coming to you, asking you, A or B, and you're going, no, Z with a sprinkle of F and, a touch of A and what the fuck ever. And I'm going, okay, can you guarantee that? Can you guarantee that within your humanly, possible, of what the fuck ever, can you guarantee that? And they're like, yes, of course I can, because I'm me and I can guarantee everything because I'm a control freak and I know my life and I know me and I know everything and I'm better than you. So yes, you can listen to my word and you can build on it. And so I'm sitting here going, because I've never had a stable ass family, I'm going, okay, maybe today's the day. Maybe today's the day that I found somebody that I can build something around. A foundation, something that is immovable, something that is just going to stay put, and it's going to be what it is, and there's no bullshit about it. And I never fucking can find that. For instance, today, my grandmother, she got the towels that were hers that I washed because they had rat turds on them, and they were in the goddamn drawer in there, and so I gotta clean the fucking drawers out. But she folded them and put them on the table. She wanted me to get them out of the dryer, but I didn't, because honestly I forgot about it, and I was too fucking tired and everything. My mind's just... But anyway, so she got them out, and folded them and put them on the table. I said that, I don't know. But anyway, she folded them, she put them on the table. And she said to me that she was going to go clean the drawers out. And I was like, no, I will, because in all honesty, I don't trust her when it comes to sanitation of things. And concluding, this is where Elika, Jennifer's daughter, is going to be staying. Granted, she won't be in the drawers, I do not believe, but still, I would like to sanitize them really good. That way stuff can be put in them, like actual clothes or what the fuck ever I want to put in them, or whatever, for the time being, as to why the fuck I'm here. So anyway, so I'm like, no, I'll clean them, and I said to her, plain as day, I said, I'll have the towels off your table by 3:30. I sat here and I watched the clock religiously, and I was like, one more episode. Finally, at 3 o'clock, I got my ass up, and I put the towels in the bedroom. They were off the table. I kept my promise. Why the fuck can nobody do that with me? Oh my god, my whole fucking life. My whole fucking life. I'm so sick and tired of shit. 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 I don't understand how you can go your whole life and not admit to parts of who the fuck you are. I can sit here and I'll be like, yes, my hair's brown. Yes, my eyes are green. Yes, this is yes. And I won't take any offense to it unless you're trying to make me. Then I will question why you are trying to make me take offense to, yes, my hair's brown. Yes, my eyes are green. Yes, this, yes, that. But my grandmother and people that are like my grandmother, they can't even admit to stuff like that without automatically taking offense. Why are you trying to make a statement that, yeah, my eyes are brown, or yeah, this? Why? They're always on the defense. Because I don't know. I don't know. That's something else dealing with psychology that I would have to look up. And in all honesty, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit anymore. They don't give a shit about me. She don't give a shit that I came here and that I moved all the shit that I moved here because I thought that at least for 2 years that this was going to be my home. That's what I was telling myself in the back of my head when I kept calling her and kept talking to her, and she kept saying, yeah, I'm going to go live with Sharon. Yeah, that's her niece's name. Yeah, I'm going to go live with her. Yeah, I'm going to go live with her. Yeah, I'm going to go live with her. 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 For 2 weeks, I know I've heard that woman say at least 7 times that she is going to go live with her niece. You're supposed to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? You're supposed to give people the chance to be honest, right? You're supposed to. You're supposed to. God damn it. If you're a good person, you're supposed to. You're supposed to. So I'm sitting here going, okay. She's gonna move in with her. She's gonna move in with her. Okay, with everything that you know about your grandmother. Now, granted, she could go and stay 6 months and end up hating it so much that she's like, I gotta come back home. But at least you're gonna have 6 months. And then whenever she comes back in 6 months and you got something sitting here and something sitting there and she's like, oh, I don't. You can be like, you left me here for 6 months. So I did. And that's just the way that I'm functioning here in the now. And so, and by 6 months, I would hopefully have a job. And then I could be like, so I can just pay you whatever. So that way the shit can set where it's done setting. So that way it's like I'm paying rent. And that's the damn thing, too, that she smarted off about my aunt or whatever. She's like, well, your aunt has stuff to still come and get. And then she's like, well, I guess your aunt ain't going to come and get it. And then she's like, well, it don't matter if she comes and gets it or not because she never paid a penny of rent while she was living here. And she's like, so technically that's like a payment, since she never paid a penny in rent while she was living here. That's what my grandmother said to me. And then that's another thing, too. My aunt didn't even take my grandmother where she was supposed to take her. It was supposed to be the responsibility of my aunt while my aunt was living here to take my grandmother grocery shopping, so on and so forth. And for as far as what I have heard, now granted, I did witness it quite often because me and my parents, we didn't go no contact until about 1.5 years ago. So, for as far as what I witnessed, my dad was still taking my grandmother grocery shopping instead of my aunt who was living here with her. So there you go. And my aunt had a vehicle, but my aunt was too busy running around doing whatever she was doing to take my grandmother grocery shopping. And that was supposed to be the payment, in all honesty, if you will, of her living here. I'm going to take you where you need to go. That way I don't have to pay any rent. That way, fuck, like just all this shit. And I'm tired of being involved in it. And I honestly, that's one reason I was like, what? You're gonna leave me the trailer? What? You're gonna leave me the property? What? Wait, you've said this to me before and you didn't mean it. Heather, go off of your own mind and what your mind tells you. And your mind tells you that she's lied to you about it before, so she's going to lie to you about it again. Really believe in that, Heather, even though you really don't want to, and you really wish that you could give her the benefit of the doubt and that she would stop being a liar, especially since she's this old in age, and she's going to pass away one day. And when she passes away, if you even go to her funeral, are you going to be looking over her being like, oh God, there's the liar, or are you going to be like, she finally told the truth? That's what's going on in my head, And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what, just try to believe her, just try to believe her. And so in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, just try to believe her. And then even at that, you can at least sit here and be like, you know what, if all else fails and I get kicked out, if you will, or I get told to get the fuck out or some type of shit, I'm going to be living here for at least 2 years. And during the time of me living here, if I end up living here for at least 2 years, there's going to be contact between me and my child, and there's definitely going to be me getting my child back come hell or high water. My daughter's going to come back to me. I don't give a shit who says that she ain't. The only person that can say that my daughter is not coming back home to me is God. And I guarantee you, God is not in agreement with my child never being back home with me. I can guarantee you that. Because if that's the case, and I am so religious, then God strike me dead right now because I have no purpose. Okay? God strike me dead right now if I never get to raise my kid any more of her years of her childhood. Strike me dead right now. Strike me dead right now. If I ain't gonna get my baby back. Because if I ain't gonna get my baby back, then there's no sense in me being alive. But any fucking ways. So that's what I'm sitting here telling myself. That's the reason I took that time. That's the reason I had to get Eddie to come over. That's the reason I kept all the furniture that I kept and everything that I kept. And in all honesty, Eddie, no offense towards you and everything. Granted, I might have needed help with the bed. But in all honesty, if I would have known that I'm just moving in and staying 6 months, I probably even would have left my bed. And I'm not saying that I'm going to stay just 6 months. I don't know what the fuck's happening now because Miss Thing wants to change her mind. And so I'm sitting here going, God, when should you... What the fuck? What the fuck? I have no stable ground. Yeah, I went and left one place because I thought it was unstable as fuck. And everything was falling apart up under me. And I was like, you know what? I need some stability. And I'm like, let me go back to my grandmother because at least I know who she is, or at least I've tried to know who the fuck she is, but she wants to lie about who she is all the friggin' time. But at least I know that she smokes cigarettes. At least I know if she does threaten to kill me, I can call the cops again, and she's gonna run her mouth in the background come hell or hot water. And then even at that, I have this lovely phone that even if my dad cuts service off on it, I can still make recordings and videos of if she wants to sit there and get mouthy with me and tell me she's gonna kill me like she did whenever I was living here before because she threatened to throw the puppies outside, and I told her she wasn't going to throw the puppies outside and she wasn't going to kill them, and then she threatened to kill me because she got mad, and I called her a bitch because she called me a paid-for whore and all kinds of other things. And so, yeah. But anyways, so I done got that going on. And I sure as hell don't need Jeremy coming up into my life and being like, hey, I want to date you. I really like you. And then to find out that he may be just doing it because he may be being sent by my aunt. And the reason I say that too is because her son that is not from my uncle, her son that was married into the family or what the fuck ever, supposedly is friends. God, there's so many circles. There's so many circles. I want to get out of circle fuck around hillbilly hell so goddamn bad. I want to get out of bumfuck, circle fuck, hillbilly hell so fucking bad. I cannot stand it. I want to claw my own goddamn eyeballs out. That's how fucking bad I want out of this shit. But like I said, Jeremy runs in the same circles that run in the same circles with my aunt, that run in the same circles with the maintenance people that was at the apartments where the fuck I was living. And all these people run in these same goddamn circles. And you can sit there and be like, well, duh, of course, it's because they all the same town. They all, they all grew up together, and that's socializing and networking and this and that's normal behavior. No, it's not when you sit there and you shit talk people behind their back. And I know enough of these people that they've all shit talked everybody that they're friends with. And I'm sitting there going, okay, then, if you don't like them, and they're not family that you're trying to reconcile with, and get along with for the sake of loyalty and family, then why the fuck are you talking to them? Why the fuck are you talking to them? Because you like playing the mind games just as much as they do. But anyway, so my aunt's son that was born before she married into the family and what the fuck ever, he runs in the same damn circles as my kid's dad, Adam. And so I'm just like, holy fucking shit. And I didn't even realize that until years ago when I'm sitting there and my cousin, the only one that I'm the only one in the family that has ever labeled him as family, supposedly. To hear him say it, to hear people say it, or what the fuck ever. Because my grandmother sits there, he ain't family. My cousin sat there, yeah, he's just my half brother. Everybody just, yeah, he's just. And I was always, he's my cousin. And then even though he treated me shitty when I was a kid, my cousins treated me shitty. So, yeah, so he's my cousin. Because if my cousins are treating me shitty and he's treating me shitty, then what the fuck does it matter? And in all honesty, somebody else could probably treat me shitty and I'd be like, so, you a cousin or what? You know, like, that's how bad it is. That's how bad it was as a kid. And so, anyways, he wrote me a few years ago on fucking Facebook Messenger and he's like talking to me perverted, sexual, perverted. What the fucking hell, man? I've grown up with you. You've been my cousin. Like, what? Like, seriously? And then it's like, okay. Maybe it wasn't him. And then I found out he runs in the same circles as Adam. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's Adam. And maybe Adam and him are really good friends. And so they're sitting there laughing, giggling, high and drunk and whatever. And Adam's like, man, I'm going to use your Facebook and watch this. And or what the fuck ever. But holy fucking shit, I'm tired of it. God damn it. I swear to God, I want to break my fucking leg with a goddamn hammer. I'm so fucking mad and tired of it. But I'm not going to literally do that. And if my grandmother or anybody up under the goddamn sun, moon, stars, and skies fucking hears me say that, they're like, oh God, she's fucking crazy. Oh God, she's fucking crazy. I'm crazy for being mad that my feelings have been hurt? Are you fucking insane? Are you fucking kidding me? And then I say I want to hurt myself because I can hurt myself. And I can get away with it. Why do you think suicidal thoughts plague my mind? Why do you think depression is part of who I am? Because of my family dynamics, the way that I fucking grew up, the way that I'm meant to believe that everything's my fault. I guarantee you, if I sat down and tried to talk with my grandmother right now, more than likely, the conversation's gonna go, I didn't say that. I never said that. I never said this. I never did that. I don't know what's wrong with you. Just like that friggin' neighbor of a damn woman who moved into my damn apartment after I friggin' left. And I told her flat out, I said, well, whenever I move out, because I knew she liked my apartment. I said, well, whenever I move out, you can probably move into my apartment and that way you'll be happy. Because it's all about everybody else being happy. It's about the new neighbor being happy. It's about my grandmother being happy. It's about everybody else being happy. But son of a fucking bitch, I try to be happy. And no. Everybody's got to throw the goddamn brakes on. And here I was on my way to fucking happiness. Taking care of my fucking kid, raising my fucking kid, being completely and totally fucking dependent upon myself for as far as my daughter's well-being, and not having to depend on my damn parents to take me, any fucking where to a degree. I was getting so fucking close to it, I could fucking taste it. All I needed was my license and a fucking vehicle. I was done taking complete and total care of my daughter. Anytime my daughter needed anything, I had the money for it. I was there. I did what I could within the circumstances of the money that I did have, and I was reaching out to people and starting to socialize with people and be like, hey, can you watch my kid today? And I was getting to a point where I was almost fixing to start trusting people. And what the fuck did my parents do? Other than just keep on pestering the shit out of me. Because they're mad that I'm fixing to do everything that I've ever said that I'm going to fucking do. Which includes not putting up with their damn bullshit. And I'm sitting there, I'm taking care of my kid. I don't have to have them as a babysitter. I work across the street. My kid can come to work with me. My kid can sit out in the lobby. My kid's having a great fucking time. She's on a goddamn phone. You know, everybody's supposed to be happy that she has a phone because that's the one thing that my parents, I was allowing still in her life, you know, that they wanted, you know, we're the grandparents and we want to buy our granddaughter a phone and we want her to have access to it. And so I'm like, fine, okay, she has access to it, but do you know what you just did? You just distracted her from her even giving a shit where the fuck she's at. She don't care where the fuck she's at as long as she's got a phone. She's a preteen. She's a preteen. She could be locked in a goddamn box to a fucking degree. And she ain't gonna give a shit as long as she got that fucking phone on her. The only time she gonna give a shit is when she's like stinking or she needs like, you know, to take a shower or change her clothes or use the bathroom or eat. But other than that, all her toys is in that phone. That's the way teenagers are once the way that society is today. So it doesn't matter to her if she's sitting over at y'all's house being babysat. Yeah, the people that let her watch porn. Yeah, way to go. Way to go. Great grandparenting there. Fuck you. But holy fucking shit. She don't care if she's sitting over there at y'all's house on her goddamn phone or if she's sitting out in the lobby where her mama works. And in all honesty, she enjoyed it a hell of a lot more. Because do you know how many times me and her are laughing, giggling? Do you know how many times everybody at work is talking about how, you know, they like think that she's such a respectful child. They think she's such a good child. And that we get along so well. And they see her like, you know, listening and then not listening and all this and everything. And everybody's just kind of bragging on her and stuff. And then they're kind of teasing her too. And even this one, Drew, you know, like, what was it? I told Ava to go sit down a few times because she was standing up by the bar because she wanted something. And I was like, I got to get my card so that way I can pay for it. I think she wanted like a milkshake one night. And I was like, give me a few minutes because I'm cleaning this and I'm doing that. And then I got to do this. So it's going to be a few minutes. And she took it as like 5 minutes, and it's like, no, it's going to be 35 minutes. And so I'm trying to tell her to go sit down, but I'm taking care of customers in the midst of it. And so she's just standing there, and I'm like, go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. I told her like 3 times. And she's just like kind of standing there smiling because she knows by that point in time that she don't need to be standing there past, 5 minutes or whatever. And I'm like, go sit down, baby. And so I can tell she's in a playful mood or whatever. And so I'm just like, And so then I just start ignoring her, going about my job, doing my stuff. And then Drew asked me like, she's like, did you tell her to go sit down? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, girl, she's like, you better listen to your mama, she's like, you better go sit down right now, and all that. And she's like, oh, if I didn't listen to my mama, and stuff. But any fucking ways. Oh my God, I'm burning up. I'm so fucking mad. And then the heat just come on. But I'm tired. I'm so tired of people. I'm tired of shitting ass lies. I'm tired of not being able to trust anybody. I'm tired of trying to trust people and people just disappointing the shit out of me. And I guess that's kind of what the fuck has just happened already within a few days of me and Jeremy. Jeremy's sitting there. He's like, oh, I love you. Not love you. He's like, oh, I like you. And he only said it once. And he's sitting there. He's like, sweet thing, sweetheart, sweet whatever, and shit like that. And I'm like treading carefully because I know me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, good night, yeah, this and that. And he's like fishing for the pet names back. And I'm like, I ain't gonna do that because I don't know what the fuck you really want. And then he's sitting there saying that he wants an actual relationship with me, yet he doesn't seem to be willing to do the work. And then he's sitting there, he's like, oh, well, it's because I've been through some shit. Honey, we all been through some shit, okay? And you've been single for 4 months, supposedly. So if you've been single for 4 months, sweetheart, it's time to get back up on the horse and ride that shit. I've been single for 6 fucking years, almost. You the one that put yourself in this field of dating. I put myself in the field of dating. I've opened myself back up. It took me a long ass time to even want to. It took me 2 fucking years. And then that was dealing with Jason and all that. And then it took me years after that and all that and everything. But you don't need to be putting yourself out there if you ain't ready to be out there. So Jeremy, if you see this, That's where I'm at with you right about now. You need to find out what the hell you want. You need to find out if you really do want a relationship. If you do, then put yourself out there. And if you're not prepared for one, then don't be fronting like you are. But anyways, I don't know if I can trust it, because like I said, he's running in the same circles as my aunt that lived here. My aunt that, thinks that she's definitely going to get the property and the trailer and all this because she paid for paint on the walls and carpet, or the what the fuck ever flooring this is, the linoleum and shit and everything. And so that was the lie that my grandmother told her, basically, which is the same lie that my grandmother's told me before, which is probably even the same lie that she probably told my dad whenever my parents were getting divorced and my dad had to come and stay here for a little bit before my dad was like, fuck it, and moved out in his own goddamn apartment or what the fuck ever. I don't know. I don't know how many people she sat here and she's like, well, I'm gonna leave it to you. I'm gonna leave it to you. And then her neighbors are related to her husband, and they get mad anytime they think that the delusion or the illusion or whatever of somebody living here past her dying, because they want the property, they want the trailer, they just basically want the property more than anything, but they think that they're entitled to it, or they want it, or something, or I don't know, and the greed and everything. And it's like, y'all don't have a piece of property and a home, and y'all want more property? I don't get it. I don't own any property. I don't own a home. My aunt doesn't. My sister doesn't, I don't think, or she might be in the process of it. My parents do. My grandmother does. But these people that have been living next door for years, they done own where the fuck they live. Can you not be happy with that shit? Oh. And then that's the thing, too, that was going on in my mind as I was sitting here, and I was like, okay. My grandmother has done proven to be just as wishy-washy as she has been before with me living here. So, okay, if me and Jeremy date, okay, the first thing that we need to focus on, okay, wait, has Jeremy ever lived by himself? I don't know. Oh, shit. And then it's like, he needs to do that at least for like 3 months. That way he can just experience what the fuck that feels like. And it is so nice, it is so nice to a degree to be able to be responsible for yourself. And that's the thing, is it's like, oh, okay, my grandmother's going to take care of this, and I can depend on her for that. That's what my brain wants to tell me. My brain wants to tell me that I can depend on my family for the shit that I'm supposed to be able to depend upon my family for, but I've never been able to depend on them for any fucking thing. I haven't. I've been able to depend on them for chaos, bullshit, outbursts, threats, violence, to a degree, manipulation, lies. Oh God, I can depend on them to lie to me for the rest of my life. I don't have to look to anybody to lie to me. They lie to me enough. I can depend on them for bullshit like that. I can depend on them being themselves for as far as like my grandmother smoking, my dad driving to Walmart 5 times a fucking week, and all their little fucking habits that they have. I can depend on them for that shit. But for as far as actually ever being able to be relaxed as a child growing up, or at any point in time in my whole fucking life, and be like, this is home, and that is something I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about if I have a place to call home that is structured. That has never happened. Except for when I was itty bitty, probably 7 and under, before my grandfather died. I don't recall my grandfather ever telling me that I was going to get kicked out of the house, or that I should leave, or that he wishes that I would just disappear, or that, if I tell on my dad that, I'm going to be taken away and all this, and I'll never see my sister again. I don't recall him ever being that mean to me. So for the first 7 years of my life, I had stability. My home was my home because when my grandfather was there. When my grandfather was not accessible and he was not around, I didn't have a home. It was unstable as fuck. I was walking on shaky ground. It was like, am I going to be killed today? Is my dad going to lose his temper and murder me? But when my grandfather was there, it was, I can sleep, I can relax, this is home. He's going to protect me. He's going to take care of me. I don't have to worry about my basic safety. I don't have to worry about if I have a roof over my head. And see, that's the thing, too, is that was one thing that my grandmother said. She said, well, I'm not going to die without you having a place to live and a roof over your head. You are a walking contradiction. Because everything you've ever told me that's supposed to stabilize that foundation of that is coercion. You know, it's a lie. It's a manipulation. Do I feel at home being here? Do I sit here and go, God, I don't have to worry about anything except for myself and except for getting a job and getting my kid back and getting a vehicle, and that's all that I have to worry about? Damn, yay. No, I don't. Instead, I have to sit here and I have to go, okay, is she going to get mad at me today? Okay, is she going to get mad because I didn't get the shit out of the dryer and she's going to threaten to kill me? Or she's going to call my dad and be like, Heather's a piece of shit and I just can't stand her living here no more and I wish to God she would move the fuck out. Like, I done know how unstable and how shaky the foundation is here. But that's the reason it was a toss-up between living here and living there at the apartment and staying at the apartment, because it was done on shaky foundation. Whenever I wrote the landlord and I told her flat out, I was like, if God sees fit, I will not be signing another lease with you. And then she wrote back and she's like, oh, I'll be expecting you to move out. Pretty much is what she said. Okay, so you're expecting me to move out. So you're basically telling me that there's no way in hell you're going to sign another lease with me. So no matter whose ass I kiss, you know, and I'm not an ass kisser, but even if I was, whose ass I kiss, you're not going to let me live here no more. So why would I beg and plead and try and work my ass off to stay there? Why would I do that? And that's just like here. I'm sitting here right now and my computer desk is outside on the porch. There's parts of me that's still like, hurry and get it in, that way it's out of the way because you hate it being in the way, Heather, and it's just going to be something for her to bitch about. But if I'm moving out in 6 months or a year, is it really going to kill her to live a year with that on her fucking porch, concluding this is never going to be my home? And if she would have just told the truth to begin with, the shit wouldn't even be out there right now as is. So, yeah. Because I don't want my furniture in here with her furniture and in here with her smoking inside. I don't. But can I tolerate it? Do I tolerate it? Yes, I do. Yes, I have. I have before. I've had white things turn yellow just in 6 months of living here before. I tolerate it because it is a sacrifice on my part. But it is not a sacrifice that I bitch about. I don't call people up every day and go, oh my God, I can't stand living here because she smokes in the house and it drives me crazy and everything that's white ends up turning yellow and this and that. I don't sit there and do that. But boy, she'll do that if I don't wake up at a certain time every day, if I don't do something to her liking every day. And so, like I said, dealing with the apartment and everything and the gossip and all the shit that was going on there, it's basically the same fucking scenario that I am living on shaky ground. I am living on shaky ground. I don't want to live on shaky ground. Who wants to live on shaky ground? And how can you build a foundation on shaky ground? How can you build anything living on shaky ground? You can't. You can't. So then you go, okay, I have to find some stable ground. And so I've tried, when I've lived with her before, to be like, okay. Let me have a conversation with her like a grown adult. Will you ever sell this place to me? And again, here we go with the yes, no, the no, yes, yes, no. Maybe I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yes, no, no, yes, yes, you know, no, yes, no. And I'm like, I can't, what? And the same goes with, okay, if I can't buy it from you, can I live here until you die? And then even at that, even if she's like, well, yeah, you can live here until I die, honey, then she'll walk around and be like, oh, I think I'm on my last legs. I think I'm on my last legs, and she's got to say it to you almost every day or at least once every month. So therefore, you're sitting there in a constant panic going, okay, panic. I have no foundation. She might die tomorrow, and then I'm going to have to move the fuck out. Shit. So right about now, I'm to the point that I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have to fucking move out, I reckon. And I'm really mad. I'm really fucking mad. But then I'm not, because I'm sitting there going, as long as I find a landlord that I can actually get along with and that they understand that when I move in, that I'm going to be moving in, hopefully looking at the long term of things. And here's their list of rules, and I follow them, and as long as I follow their list of rules, they shouldn't be nosy busybodies like my last landlord and their maintenance people were. They shouldn't be trying to become my friend. They shouldn't be trying to see what my daily habits are. If my daily habits are not causing damage to your apartment, if I'm not sitting here busting a wall in, beating the shit out of things, and flip-flopping around in the house and just busting one hole in the wall after another hole in the wall, and I'm not painting the walls purple when you told me I can't paint, and I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, then what the fuck does it matter what my daily life is? If I want to walk around goddamn naked in my fucking house that I'm fucking paying for, as long as it's not against the goddamn lease, then what the fuck does it matter? If I want to, do something stupid and retarded or what the fuck ever in my daily life, as long as it is not affecting my payment to you as my landlord, and it is not breaking any of the things in our lease, and I am not causing any damage to the apartment, then what I do in my home is none of your business. If I want to sit there and I want to ground my child by taking away all of her belongings except for her fucking bed and her clothes, that is none of your business. And if you show up knocking on my door, say you come to spray or something, or you come to, do something or fix something because something's broke, and you show up to fucking fix it, and you're like, why is your kid's room empty? And I forego to give you the proper information because I'm not going to lie to you and go, I don't know why. I mean, I just woke up one morning and it was like this. No, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be, she's on punishment, so I took all her stuff away from her, except for her bed and her clothes. Then that doesn't mean that you take your ignoramus fucking mind and that you go and blab to everybody else that you see throughout the rest of the day or the rest of the week and go, oh my God, let me tell you, she took all of her stuff away except for her bed and her clothes, and I don't even know if she's feeding her because you're an ignoramus. Like you're an idiot. Like you're just retarded as fuck. Like, did I say that I'm not feeding my child? No, I said I took my child's possessions away. Does my child possess food? No. My child doesn't pay for food, therefore it is not her possession. If she pays for it, if she pays for her own candy bar, then yes, it is her possession. But just because I said I took my child's possessions away from her does not mean that my child is going without food. Stop gossiping, you motherfucking sons of bitches. I hate this life, I hate this world, and I hate people. Oh my God, I fucking hate people so goddamn bad. Whew. But anyways, all that I'm looking for is stability in my life. That's all I've ever been looking for since the age of 7, since my grandfather died. And I don't have it. I have lies and manipulation and backstabbing and habits that I know of other people. I can sit here and go, yep, my grandmother's going to wake up tomorrow and smoke a cigarette. Because she has woke up for all these many days and she has smoked a cigarette. Now, because I said that, who knows? I might wake up tomorrow afternoon and she might be like, I hadn't smoked a cigarette all day. Just so that way she can prove, so that way her mind and her control and manipulation type what the fuck ever's going on in her damn brain to make her feel the way that she feels towards even her granddaughter that has lived with her basically my whole fucking life, and put up with what the fuck ever I put up with, I'm gonna kill you. Put up with that, put up with, if you tell your dad, you're never gonna get to see your sister again, don't you dare do it. I put up with all that shit. And to get treated with such fucking disrespect, man. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm over it. And if this is some type of coercion or manipulation or whatever on Jeremy's part, I wish that he would at least level with me. If whoever is behind it can't level with me, if it's Adam's ex, if it's Adam, or if it's my aunt, or if it's my family, or if it's something dealing even with EJ, or if it's something dealing with somebody else, and that person can't sit and look at me and go, you know what? I'm mad that this is your life. I'm mad that you don't have to work right now. I'm mad that you get to live with your grandmother. I'm mad that this. I'm mad that that. And I'm thinking that you're trying to, like, fucking hell, talk to me, people. Talk to me. It's that simple. And I'm sorry that you don't see it that way. If this is all a fucking bullshit manipulation thing, and I want to believe that it's not. God do I sit here right now and I'm like, I hope Jeremy has wrote me. I hope that, me and him can, move forward with whatever the fuck, into a relationship if that's what he's really legitimately wanting. And we can move forward into that. And he legitimately does like me. And it's not some bullshit, and it's not some fucking lies and this and that. And then he has family issues out the woohoo, and I'm just like, oh my Jesus. And we need to have a serious conversation because I'm a serious ass person. I'm a serious ass woman. I believe in moving forward. That's just like my grandmother dealing with the porches. I've been wanting to fix the porches for fucking goddamn like 8 fucking years or 6. And I'm just like, let me, I know how to fix it. I know how to fix it so all the screen is shut in. So that way there's no holes in the screen if you'll just let me do it. Will you let me do it? Will you let me do it? Please let me do it. Please let me do it. Stop talking about how I'm not doing it. Stop talking about how my animals caused the problem and then you're not letting me fix it with the goddamn solution. Let me fix it. Let me do it. Let me, like, damn it, And so this time I moved in, and before she said what she did about, well, I'm just going to go stay 2 months with my niece, I went ahead and I fixed the porches. Because that's what she wants, is the porches fixed. So I did it without asking her, for her approval every second of every step and letting her micromanage. I just did the shit. That's even like, the towels. I told her they'd be put up by 3:30 and off her table, and they're off her table. God. I'm so action and goal oriented, even though people don't see that about me because they're too busy trying to suffocate it out of me. Because they're too busy trying to get on that train themselves without doing the actual fucking work. Or they do it in small aspects of their life. My grandmother, for instance, she'll put things in a certain place and that's where they gotta sit every fucking day. Every fucking day. Yet, she hasn't had her porch fixed all this time. Well, I'm about the big stuff. I'm about the mover and the shaker, I'm about getting shit done and getting the ball rolling and the big stuff and big time stuff. Fuck the small things. The small things come after the big stuff comes. Because it makes no sense to build on a shaky ass foundation. Like, I don't want my house to be a fucking deck of cards. And the big bad wolf comes along and blows and there it goes, all just fucking falling away. I don't want to do that. I've been trying my whole life and I'm 30 years old and it is sickly disgusting. It is sickly disgusting that I've had this thought process in my head all this fucking time and that is all that I have fucking wanted and everybody just keeps wanting to fuck it up. Because nobody wants to give me a foundation that I can build upon. And then, okay, so nobody's supposed to give it to me. I'm supposed to go out and find it. Okay, I'm working. I was working and I was paying for my own place and I was taking care of my kid. All I needed was a license and a car. And I was getting to the point that I almost had the money. I was fixing to file taxes and I had my child and I was fixing to file taxes. It was October, then it was December. I'm fixing to file taxes in April. Or January even, or whenever I get the paper and whenever I have the time between, all the way leading up to April. And I'm going to file taxes and I'm going to have money. I'm going to have money to pay to get my license and to pay to get a car. And once I do that, then I can get another job then I can pay for my kid to go to a babysitter. Somebody that I approve of, somebody that I think is going to teach her the things that she needs to know in life. Somebody that goes against, or not against, but doesn't go against or goes with my spiritual, if you will, views of things, because I do believe in God. And I believe in respecting God, and I believe in morals and morality and integrity and honesty, versus her going and staying with my fucking parents who believe in lying, manipulating, and coercing every time you turn a fucking corner, and sitting there and even bold-faced lying to their fucking parents to the day that their parents die. No, I don't approve of that. I don't like that. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here because it's coming up on an hour long. So there's my rant and my bitch fit for the day. I hope everybody's doing good. Keep putting your best foot forward. You need somebody to talk to because you're depressed or suicidal. Please look me up on Facebook Messenger. Hit me up. Talk to me. If you don't want to talk to me, there's other people that you can find on the Amino app. Some of them are good. Some of them are not. It's almost like dating. You have to kind of fish through and find people that you get along with that you can talk to. But there are some really good Amino apps out there to find, to chat, to talk to people. Other than that, I'm going to let you go. Hope everybody's doing good. Keep putting your best foot forward and know that you are worth it. I'll catch you later. Bye.